Today I am going to update my advertising video. I did that video a while ago on advertising, the stuff that I did already. Well, stuff that I was also trying. I just want to go. I just want to redo this video because I don't think I actually covered everything like I really wanted to. So I just wanted to, update it. You know what I mean? For those of you that are either starting out your business and want to know more about how to advertise and generate a little bit more business, inside your inside your shop or your home shop or your garage or wherever you're doing your printing. All right, I'm gonna start out with the pros and cons of each one. So I'm gonna start out with the top one for me, which is Google. Now, Google AdSense, or I think it's called AdSense, right? Yeah, it is called AdSense. I'm gonna give you the pros on it. The pros on Google AdSense are you get like in the beginning when you start out your business, you start noticing that you're not getting a lot of what you call phone calls or a lot of people hitting you up for business, right? That could be frustrating, right? So I started out with a Google account and started out my account small, like with like $50, I think it was. And the thing about that is that the pros about that is that all of a sudden, maybe in about less than a couple days, you'll start noticing that your phone starts to blow up a lot more, and you start getting a lot of good you start getting a lot of good leads and good clients from Google, from that Google AdSense. Oh yeah, and the Google Places. If you don't have yourself on Google Places, place yourself on Google Places. Do it immediately. That's one thing you should do immediately, because when people Google you, they're typing in keywords and stuff, and you want to be one of the ones that come up on that list too, as far as a t-shirt printer or a screen printer, whatever you name yourself, or a pen printer where you print on pens or posters or whatever it is that you print on. You want to be one of the first ones that come up on that list. So Google Places is a good place to start too, because it's free. Google Places is free, so it'll give the location of where you're located, and it'll give you the number, your phone number. In other words, it'll load your phone number, your address, anything you want to write down there too, about your business, and that's free. But Google AdSense is not free. Google AdSense is more like more of a push to get more business, and in a lot of ways it works. It does work. The higher you got your budget for advertising for the month, the more likely your phone will not stop ringing. Guaranteed. I gotta say that is true. I've stopped printing for a while already, and I shut down my site because I want to get a new site. I want to get a brand new site because the people that I was dealing with, there weren't any. Let's just say I was getting robbed. We'll talk about that in another video. We're gonna talk about putting together your own website, because you're a printer, so more than likely are gonna want something that has a designer on it, to help customers do the work easier and get you the business quicker. So we're gonna talk about that in another video. But getting back to the Google AdSense. Google AdSense, it does it does help your business a lot. I gotta say it does. Especially the higher your budget is. You know, if you got a small budget, don't expect to get like a bunch of calls all the time, you know, because common sense to tell you it's not gonna happen. You know, it's not gonna happen like that, you know, and it does. It takes time for you to build a reputation on Google and a reputation out there. It does take time, you know. I'm not saying it's gonna, you know, it takes 1 month, a week, 2 months. No, that's a lie. It takes a couple years, man. It takes some years, you know. But you got to be persistent with this stuff. Now, that's the pros. These are the cons. Now, when it comes to the money that you use for Google AdSense, the one thing that I did notice is I used to have a budget of about I think it was like $600 to $700 a month set aside for Google for my Google AdSense. I started out with 50 and then worked my way up. But I started noticing that when you go inside your Google AdSense, right, and you check the account and you check where you check, you know, the demographics of where you're getting hits from, I started noticing that I got like a lot of like robotic type hits. In other words, there's videos out there that'll give you that information. How a lot of companies, what they do is they hire out people to sit in a room and just sit there and click on people's stuff. Like Google, I know Google has to do it. I know they do it since they're making this money off of people, right? They're making this AdSense money off of people, right? So how are they gonna make sure that they make that money off of you a month? They sit people in a room and they sit there clicking other people's stuff all day. They're not actually clients. What they're doing is trying to make you spend more money, you know? In other words, they're clicking, you know, because when you set up Google AdSense, you got to set your keyword, you know, in your little advertising, you know, whatever it is that you're advertising, t-shirt printing, and then, you know, you have to set up a whole bunch of keywords underneath there, you know, to connect with it, you know, so that way when people keyword you, they'll find you. That's important. That is important. Now, that's the cons of Google. I don't like that they do that, and it's true, they do that. They have people sitting there just clicking. Oh, we got a t-shirt company. Click him. Let's click him every day. Let's click him about 40 or 50 times today. And you just spent a big portion of your budget, because you have to, when you setting up your account and you're setting up the name, your introduction, the sentence, I don't know what the hell you call it. When you're setting it up, you know, t-shirt printing, whatever, right? Then you're setting up the keywords, but then you got to set up. Then you have to set up the amount that you want to spend for each click. That's a key right there. I noticed that was always a key, because I would set mine up for like pennies. I wasn't getting any clicks. But then when I would set it up for a lot more money, then I noticed I was getting clicks. I was getting phone calls. Yeah, I was getting phone calls. But I started noticing that I was getting less phone calls than what my clicks were. You know? So then I started researching it. You know? And that's when I found out that, yeah, they got people just sitting there clicking your stuff, spending up your money, and they're making the money. It pisses me off that they do that, you know, because that's not good business. Personally, that's not good business, you know. But I gotta say, I don't spend any more money on AdSense at all. No more. I don't do it anymore because of that reason. I mean, you can if you want to. It's up to you. You know, it's up to you if you want to do it. You know, I mean, but you gonna let me? You gonna let me produce this video? No? Say hi. But like I was saying, that's the cons of it. You know, and the only thing I have is Google Places, and Google Places works perfect. You know, I've been on Google Places for some years already, so that's why Google Places still works for me. You know, there's a trick to setting up Google Places, like in different states for your business, but you have to you have to know how to. You see, the thing about Google Places is that when you sign up for Google Places, you're gonna have to wait in the mail for like this little, you know, this code that comes in the mail. So that way you can take the code off the card, and then you put it into your Google Places, and then you're live on Google Places, and then you go live on the map. Now there's a way for you to set it up in like a lot of different states. So that way, well, you have to know someone that lives in the state, you know, and have them send you had them, you know, at least read off the number off of the card off you, so that way you can, you know, click it, and then, oh, there you go, you got one in I don't know, Arizona somewhere, you know. Now those are the freaking cons of Google, you know. That's why I don't use AdSense anymore, because of that reason, because of how they conduct their business that way. And personally, I'm not gonna budget myself at $700 a month, and $500 of that money they clicked and kept it for free, and I didn't get the business that I was supposed to get. You know, it's not guaranteed. You know, business is not guaranteed that you're gonna, you know, get a bunch of clicks and you're gonna get a bunch of business. It's true. It's not. You wanna go with mommy? Like I said, it's not guaranteed that you're gonna get, you know, a bunch of clicks, and then you're gonna get a lot of business, which is true. You know, that's not guaranteed, but at least give me a fighting chance to try to, you know, get that business in, instead of you sitting in a room clickety clicking, you know, my ad on Google, and I just spent money for nothing. You know, that's a waste of money, and that's bad business. Personally, I don't like it. That's why I don't do it anymore. I just do Google Places, and I leave it at that. All right, so that's Google. That's Google, and I've already tried it, so I'm telling you, that's how they work. I know that they work that way because I've dealt with it. That's why I wanted to do this update, because I wanted to be more in depth in it. Now, we're gonna move on to Facebook. Facebook, you know, it's supposed to be, you know, a place where you can get a lot more business too. Now, Facebook, I've tried too, with their ads and everything else too. And on some levels, this is the pros. On a lot of levels, you do get like, it works like AdSense. It does work like AdSense. You got to set up, you know, like when you put up like let's say I put up a video, and then I put up like if I was to put up this video on my on the Facebook Manager, and then it'll say down, you know, do you want to boost this video? Do you want to click? The thing about that is that, you know, it works. It's on some levels it does work. You do get, you know, phone calls, and you do get people that, you know, messaging you on that Facebook Manager. But the con, they do the same thing just like Google. How do I know that? Because I paid attention, and they were doing the exact same thing. You know, clickety clicking, spending my money, and I wasn't getting any. I wasn't barely getting any. I think I was getting more phone calls from Google than I was from Facebook. But you have to be on Facebook for a while. You have to do their Facebook ads for a while, and you gotta have a hefty, you gotta have yourself a nice little budget for that too. Because you could spend $5 a day, $5 a week, $50, whatever it is you want to spend. And but the thing is that I don't want someone in the room clicking my ads, and they're not gonna call me. I know there's a bunch of t-shirt printing companies out there. I know that. But you know what? Out of 10 clicks that I get, let's say 10, you get 10 clicks, right? And only 2 call you out of that? You start thinking like, okay, wait a minute. What am I doing wrong? I'm doing things just like everybody else does. But for some reason, those other companies are getting a lot more business than my company, and I don't understand that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe your ads not looking right. Maybe they're not familiar with you. Who knows what it is? But I do know that they do that too. They do sit in a room and clickety click click click. The higher your budget is, they're gonna start clicking harder, spending your money. And then that month, your budget, the budget of your month, the money you had, gone. You gotta wait for the next month, or you can just redo it again. It's up to you, whichever way you want to do it. So personally, I mean, I would go back to doing Facebook ads only for the simple fact because I could send it, to all. You could send it to all the people that or go outside the box and hopefully other people see the ads, see your ads too, and you might get a few businesses, a few hits and some good business from there too. So those are the pros and cons of Facebook. All right, now let's get to the nitty-gritty of Amazon. Let's say you're a t-shirt company and you print designs like this, right? You start printing designs like this. All right, Amazon's a good place for that. Is it? I don't know. Is it? We'll see right now. eBay, Etsy, Teesprings, Cafe Press, Shopify, Stupefy, Dubify. You get the picture. Those are the places where you go, to sell you like the little single shirts. You can sell. You can advertise your printing company there too. You can do that too. Amazon charges. There's the pros of Amazon. Amazon's got a big base, a big audience, just like eBay, Etsy, and all them others. But Amazon, I think I trust Amazon a little bit more than eBay. This is why. Amazon is it's a good place to make some money for some well, when it comes to t-shirt printing, I don't think those are good places to. That's a con. I'm trying to get to the pro. Let me see the pro. The pro of it is, it's got a wide variety of people that go on there, and you can get a bunch of clicks. You get a bunch of people to ask you questions about some printing work. And it's just like eBay, the same thing. But Amazon, I think it's a little bit better for that because you don't have people stealing your money like on eBay. Now I'm going to explain to you about that because it's happened to me quite a few times. But the only thing I don't like about Amazon, the cons, is the way that they charge. The way that they charge you to become an Amazon professional or an Amazon some crap. They charge you a fee for that, but then they charge you a fee on top of for listing your stuff. Then they charge you a fee to when you sell your stuff. Dude, really? I understand you want to make money, but goddamn, fee after fee after fee. No bueno. No bueno. That's why I don't do Amazon, because all the you have to then that means that you got to price your bit. You know, if you're selling a printing job for 24 shirts, that means you got to charge them more than $190 just to, you know, make any type of money. Probably a little bit more than that. But see, here's the thing: you got other people undercutting you there constantly. They're constantly trying to undercut you. But see, the thing is that I recognized was the people that are trying to undercut you, you know, and underbid you, they're not making no money. What you make about off of, you know, 24 shirts that you printed out for one color, you might make $10, $20 maybe. No, thank you. But it is a good place to advertise your business, you know, and you know it's a good place to sell other stuff. You can't sell your single stuff, and you can make a little bit more money on your single tees. That you can, but you got to remember their fees. They got too many damn fees, and personally, I don't do it. Let's move on to eBay. Oh, eBay. Oh. You used to be great. Wow. I don't know what happened to eBay. I mean, ever since the new president took over some years back, the new president of eBay took over, eBay went from, dude, it's so full of, they full of shit is what it is. eBay, sure, you can, man, I just the same, you can post up stuff, you know, your business for, you know, 24 shirts, you know. The thing about eBay, you can't post up for like if you're just advertising your business. I don't know, for some reason they flag you for that kind of shit. I don't know. I have no idea why. Don't ask me why the fuck they do that shit. I have no fucking idea. Damn, what the hell is this? Anyways, eBay, you will get a lot of business from eBay. You will. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about eBay that I don't like. Here's the things. This is plural though. This is plural things. There's a whole bunch of things I don't like about them. One, their fees are ridiculous too, just like Amazon. Too many freaking fees, and you know. Two, they started doing this new thing back a couple years ago, and where if the customer is unsatisfied with your stuff, they could flag you at any time. And it's like any time they can flag you, and then all of a sudden you're in this war with them trying to get your money, and you know, because you get your money automatically. But then if they win, if they flag you anyway, and then you know they take it to whatever their place is, and then they win the money. I've seen it happen, you know, I don't know how many times to me. I did work for I don't know how many people on eBay. You know, the work was decent. I mean, they for 24 shirts, I think I had to do this because I was trying to, you know, build a reputation there. Now, like I was saying, eBay, when I did a few jobs for some people, you know, you have to underbid yourself because everybody's trying to fight for, you know, the business there. And there was a lot of times that there was like 2 different types of jobs that I did, and I noticed that I underbid myself so bad that I didn't make any money on each one. Each one of those jobs, I didn't make any money. All I did was I did work for free, in other words, you know, and I'll never do that again, ever. And then I had a few people that, you know, they would say they didn't like the job, and they would, you know, try to get their money back on eBay, and they would win. You know, the eBay people, they won't listen to shit you say. You know, they won't listen to a damn thing. They're gonna side with the customer constantly. That's what the president did now. That he sides constantly with the customers. You know, I understand that some people get cheated. You know, and I totally understand that shit because I wouldn't want to get cheated. But when it comes to, if I gave you a service and you paid. I mean, what do you expect? You paid. I think the bids were like $89 for 24 shirts, one color, and they wanted this spectacular. I don't know what the hell these people wanted, but they got the work that they got the work that I was supposed to do. It was printed decent, and it was. And that's another thing. You got to be on time with these people. You got to be rushed with eBay. For a printer, that's not a good thing. That is not a good thing. Not for nothing in the world is not a good thing. I mean, nothing good can happen with trying to freaking screen print one color and it's doing 2 days or a day, 2 days, 2 or 3 days. Not a good place to. That's not. I personally, I wouldn't do eBay ever. I don't even buy off of eBay anymore. I don't even buy anything from there. I buy everything off of Amazon. Amazon's a little bit better when it comes to buying stuff. It's just my opinion. I mean, from what I can see, it's a lot better place to buy stuff. But eBay, I would not do business with eBay ever. They make you underbid yourself. You don't make any money. They take too many fees. The customers, they rob you. You could do a good service, you can do a good print, and then they'll say, "Oh no, this guy didn't send me this," or he said that. You know what? You can show eBay people all the proof you want to, but they're still gonna side with that customer, and you lost everything, all that work gone. So eBay, you gotta go, or do something about yourselves. Now. These are the other places too that I've tried too. Now all of those, I've named 4 so far that I've done. Now, remember that there's other places too. There's other places where you can advertise your business for free online. All you got to do is, when you're in Google, type in free advertising for my business or whatever. A whole bunch of other places will come up, man. Look, if it's free, type it in, put in your information, type it in. The more places you got your business typed into, even if it's a cheesy, what is it called, Manta or Spider or what was that other one, Luto, or man, all those places, just type it in. Just type it in anywhere. Type it in. Type all those free advertising places. Type them in. Just put your business there, and then believe me, eventually it will work. Believe me. A couple years down the line, you're gonna be like, holy crap, You can Google your name, and then all of a sudden, all this stuff will come up about you, or you'll just Google t-shirt printing, and it'll come up all about you. So I would definitely anything free, man, do it quick. Now let's go to Etsy. Etsy. Another place with too many fees, and it's more designed for the single T designs. Do you make any money off of that? This much money. Alright, look. I don't know what she's doing right now. She's saying to Etsy, right? Etsy, Etsy, too little money, right? I know, right? I know. Now, Etsy, Teesprings, Cafe Press, Shopify, I've done them all. They all work the same. There's a couple of other ones that I am missing. There's a couple of them because I have tried quite a few. But see, I tried quite a few so I could advertise the printing business. Of course, I did a few of these. I did a few of these for I could advertise, some single tees. But my main purpose was to advertise for the t-shirt printing. So that purpose was meant for all of those, just to print, just to see if I can generate some business, through there, which it did a little here and there, anything helps, you can't just because these companies, see those companies right there like Etsy, Teespring, Cafe Press, Shopify, and all those, they're too saturated. They're too saturated with too many other people. Way too many people. People that don't even print. I mean, literally, people that don't print. They just, because those places are designed, for you to just, put in your design, and then let's say for my business, let's say if I was connected to them and their designer come to my shop and I would send it out in their name, from Shopify. That's how that works there. That's how Etsy, Teesprings, and all them Cafe Presses work. They send out, they second party their printing, and with that ain't a good thing sometimes, because the printer, you could probably get a crappy printer in and he won't give a shit. He won't give a crap about your work, and just print and just send it, and make it look bad. I like to be in control of all of that. Personally, me, I like to be in control of the whole thing, so that way I know that I'm doing the work right, and I know that my customer is happy. There's been times I've done some crappy work too. I'm not perfect. I've done some crappy ass work, and I've tried to rectify the situation. It's hard to please everyone. Well, whenever you're a printer, people seem to think that, advertising, okay, we're advertising our business, so we got money, and we're supposed to be good, and, everything's supposed to be perfect. Everything doesn't work out that way, not, especially not with printing, sometimes printing can be unpredictable. That day you can have a good run of some good prints going, and then all of a sudden, maybe a couple hours down the line, or even the next day, man, the whole you got another job that's just printing badly, and you're trying to figure out why is it printing badly. That's how it happens. And people don't understand that it takes time to screen print. Shit, even heat transferring, it takes a little time, especially when you got like a bunch of orders, and you got to put them on a list. You got to put them on a list. You got 20 other people in front of you. I'm sorry, you got 20 other people in front of you. Yes, my advertising says I'm fast, but I'm not that fast. But I know that I'm missing a couple of places that I've tried, and these places, they're not good. Honestly, for me, in my opinion, they're not good for t-shirt printers. They're more good. They're good for if you want to make a few dollars here and there. You don't make, and you don't barely make, because those places are too saturated with other people. Way too saturated. And you trying to get your design out there, and you barely make any money there. It's like a waste of time. Honestly, a waste of time. I know there's a couple other places that I'm missing. If you think of them, and just send me an email and tell me, did you try this place, or did you try this place? Send me an email and let me know. Ask me, have I tried those places? And I more than likely probably have, because I've advertised in quite a few places, man. But like I was telling you before about those free ads, I still do the free ads. Whenever I see something free, man, I put my information in there right quick. I'm still on Google Places, I still stay there, I still get, I'm not even printing right now, and I still get like phone calls every day. It's crazy. I still get phone calls. I am going to start advertising again back on Facebook, as soon as I get everything going again. Hopefully soon I'll be getting everything going, so that way, so that way I can show you more hands-on on what I'm talking about when it comes to printing, or advertising. Another good thing to advertise, and how to advertise. This is this is a big thing for me. This is a real big thing. You may think it's tedious. You may think, okay, oh man, I don't want to go do that shit. Yeah, you know what? You should get up off your ass and go do this shit. Now, print out a bunch of flyers, bunch of cards, bunch of t-shirts with your logo, your name, go start putting them out in your city, wherever you live at, or let's say you travel. Take some them t-shirts and cards and flyers with you, so that way, because you're gonna walk into a Walgreens or CVS or Walmart or some kind of food store. I'm from Chicago, so what? Jules, Dominick's, Aldi's. here in Vegas. I live in Vegas now. Here is Smith's, Albertsons. You got Walmart and stuff. You're gonna look. Give those things out for free, especially your T-shirts. Look, make yourself a little budget for like about 50 T-shirts a month. Print out your stuff. Just go out, just giving them for free. Give them to anybody. Just give them. Take your cards. Whenever you get out the car, before you go into the store, put some out in the area. Boom. You go in the store, come back. Most of those cars are already gone. There are new cars there. Boom. Put some more out. And do this all the time. Be consistent. Be consistent with this. You know, that'll generate some that's free. That's some good advertising for your business in your city. Real good. And of course, you know, if you want to print out, you know, if your shop is capable of printing out some corrugated signs and stuff, do that too. Put them out wherever, you know. Put them where places, you know, where people drive, you know, and you'll start noticing. Beep, beep, beep. Your phone will be. I need some shirts. I need some shirts right now. You know how people are. Man, I need some shirts like tomorrow. Hurry up, man. Can you print them for me? Those people right there make me real tired. The last minute people. You know, the people that are undecisive. Hey man, could you do me some shirts like, you know, like right now? No. No. It takes time, man. I'm not 1 hour tees. You know, they got that set up so where they can just go poop and put them on them freaking big machines and just everything prints out like that. That's why they charge you so much, you know? But, hey, I can knock 1 hour tees, man. Hey, that's a good business, man. You know, whoever, the creators of that, and they got investors to invest, big investors. So that's why they're a little bit more, you know, they're a little bit more. Me, I've never ever had an investor. I don't have a business partner. I've always done everything by myself, you know, and I've gotten the information by myself. You know, I look for it all over the place. I've asked a few people. I don't even, you know, go to all the printing shops and ask them any questions, because sometimes a lot of them printers, they can be like real snooty, you know, real, you know, uppity, you know, like they don't want to answer your questions. I ain't got no problem answering your questions, man. I have no problem giving you the information for free or answering your questions. I have no problem with it. So if you have any, please ask me. You know, ask me. Well, on this, the advertising end, you know, have I ever tried this or have I ever tried that? What do you think of that? I'll give you a review on them. More than likely, I have a review. So you have my review on Google, Facebook, Amazon, eBay, Etsy, Teesprings, Cafe Press, and Shopify right now, right? Yeah. I know I'm missing a few, because I know I've done a lot more. Man, I can't even think of them right now. Oh, man, I know there's a few more that I've done. Anyways, it'll come to me one of these days. More advertising. Newspapers. You could do newspapers. Newspapers, people still read newspapers. People still read newspapers, and people still read magazines. You should check into the magazine ones. I did that once, a while ago, a long while ago. But my budget was too small for a magazine ad. There are certain magazines that let you have like a small little section in the back of their magazines, and you know it won't break your pocket. But you got to find the right magazine too. And as far as newspapers too, you know, it's a good place to advertise. Craigslist and what's that other one? Oh, it'll come to me. Anyways, let's go with Craigslist right now. Craigslist. I've done Craigslist too. Now, it's a good place to advertise. It is a good place to advertise. I don't know if I got any business from there, you know, because I was getting business from so many different other avenues and stuff. But Craigslist, I guess, it's okay. But the con about it is that I noticed here in Las Vegas, the other printers that are on Craigslist, they saturate it. You know, they saturate Craigslist here in Vegas, and they don't like you poaching on their little sections. So what they do is, since they got that freaking delete button, you know, that prohibit button at the top or whatever that, yeah, prohibitation or whatever, they were flagging me constantly. I was getting flagged constantly. I thought it was a people what they were doing, and I was like, I didn't understand what I was doing wrong. So I kept going over my head, and I'm like, damn, did I say something wrong? I don't know. I mean, the pictures are right, you know. And then I started recognizing that it wasn't the people. It was people. It was the other printers that are here in Vegas. They didn't want me to be on Craigslist because that's their territory. Bad for business. Very bad for business, because you know what? As a printer, what I've done is every once in a while, anytime that I get some business, I'll usually send them to other places. You know, I'll send them to good places that, you know, they're gonna take care of me. You know, and if you're part of my list, and you're on that list, I'd be like, oh yeah, you should go to this place here in Vegas. You know, if they call me, you know, because I got a listing here. I got a Google Places listing here in Vegas too. I got one here and I got one in Chicago. So, and Craigslist got its pros and cons too. You know, you just got to keep constantly with Craigslist. You got to keep constantly. I know there's another one that's like Craigslist. What's it called? Man, I can't for the life of me think of it. I don't know. It's like Craigslist too. I don't know. It'll come to me later. But those are the pros and cons of the things that I've tried. I know I know, like I said, there's quite a few that I have tried, but I can't think of them right now. But send me an email and ask me, have I tried this or have I tried that? More than likely I have, and I can give you an answer on if they're good or not, because I probably have tried them. And personally, I like to listen to people like myself that have actually tried it, not like, you know, some professionals that, I don't know, maybe were hired out by Google or Facebook or whoever, you know, Teesprings or whoever. They were hired out and they do them little videos, and then, you know, they try to suck you in. Yeah, you know how you get those reviews online, you know. Yeah, a lot of those reviews be false, because it's the companies hire out other people to give them good reviews. There's companies out there that actually do that. You know, like if I owned a company and I need some good reviews on my company, but I need you to take off these bad reviews. There's companies that do that for you. You know, that's why I usually dig and I keep digging. I'm a digger. I would dig and dig on a company before I even go to one. You know, or I'll try them out just to see. You know, that's why I want to do this video, because I want to try. I've tried out so many of them that, you know, they're not that good. You know, especially, you know, like I said, Etsy, Teesprings, Cafe Press, Shopify. Those things are just made for like single tees, and off of off of each tee, I think you're making $1, maybe less than that. You know, and the rest of the money goes to them. What the freaking hell? You gotta sell so many in order to make so much. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then when it comes to, you know, your printing company, yeah, you can advertise it, you know, but the fees again, just like eBay, just like Amazon, them fees kick your butt, and you make this much money. It makes no sense as a printer to make off of 24 shirts that you print for one color, and you make $10 to $20. That makes no sense. It pays no bills, and it's not worth my damn time. That makes no sense. No, you have to work too hard for that, just to make that little bit of money, and that's a big no-no. I think that's a big no-no for every printer. That makes no sense. So, those are my opinions about the places that I just, you know, named. Shoot me an email if if you if you have any questions about a certain place. Have I tried it, or will I try it for you? Hell, I even try it for you. You know, shoot me an email and I'll see if I can, see if I can help you out or guide you in the right direction. All right. I'll talk to you soon.